Today I'm going to be trying out the roll maker from greenstuffworld.com. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Black Magic Craft. It is Reviews Day Tuesday, and that means I'm going to share with you a product that I may or may not think is cool. Today it is the roll maker from greenstuffworld.com. These are little plastic plates with a pattern on them that you can roll out green stuff or polymer clay to create tentacles and wires and different types of cool sculptural elements. This isn't exactly a review because I have yet to use this product. They had sent it to me quite a while ago and it's been on the back burner. I haven't got around to trying it out yet. So today I'm going to test it out for the first time and share my experience with you guys. So it's less of a review based on long-term use and more of a first impression and a live first time demonstration. So it's either going to be really easy and work really well and give you an idea of what to expect if you get it and open it up, or it's not going to work very well and it's going to be complicated. I don't know. I haven't used it yet, so let's try it out. Full disclosure, this is not a sponsored video by Green Stuff World. They did not pay for this video. However, they did send me the product for free and they have set up a promo code for my viewers that I will put in the video description below that they give me for whenever I share their products with you guys. And using that code triggers a referral program for me, and they do give me a small finder fee for all those orders. But my impressions of these are going to be my own, and honestly, I don't know what to expect. The stuff on the package looks pretty cool, so hope it works really well. Let's try it out. Inside, there are 6 plastic plates with segmented lines printed on them. So if you take a look here, they just have a bunch of ridges, and you'll see this one is marked medium. There are 3 sizes: small, medium, and large, and there are 2 of each. And then there are these little plastic clips that connect these together to make the roll. So I did a little bit of research just to see how to actually use this, because there aren't really clear instructions on the package. And what you want to use is some sort of clay, like either green stuff, or you can also use something like Fimo or Sculpey. The reason I'm not going to test it with Fimo or Sculpey is because, as some of you know, I'm renovating my kitchen and I don't have a working oven right now to bake it. So I'm going to use green stuff. Just going to cut some of this up and mix it together and we'll be good to go. Okay, so I have some green stuff mixed up and I'm going to break it into a few small segments so I can test out different combinations of these plates, because that is how they work. Different combinations and orientations will actually create different textures. According to the packaging, there are a bunch of cool different designs that you can make. So it's going to roll out a little bit of green stuff. So you want to make a roll at whatever thickness you want your tentacle to be. We will try with the large first because I have a feeling it will work the easiest. So there's these little guide pieces that have almost like little Lego interlocking things that click in to the plates. And to start off, we are going to do this. My understanding is that you get different patterns depending on the orientation. The basic way is just to run them the same direction. So I have a large one and a large one, and I'm going to put my bit of green stuff in the middle. I'm going to take my corresponding large plate, put it the same direction as the lower one, squish it down a little bit, and just roll it back and forth. And it's a little bit bumpy at first as it evens out, and then it gets smooth, and we are left with tentacle with a pretty cool pattern on it. So this one creates kind of like, almost like, looks like a screw. So that's using the large ones both in the same direction. Now, one thing I saw when I was researching that you can do is you can take the flat side of one of these and rectify the ridges to make them a little bit flatter and wider. So now it has a slightly different kind of look to it, and this looks like an industrial cable. Let's do another one using the large again, but we'll run it with opposite plate directions. Place in the middle. So the bottom plate lines are going vertically. I'm going to turn these, run them horizontally, and see what happens. So this creates a slightly different pattern that I'm not quite sure how best to describe, but it almost creates these little square bumps, which looks really, really interesting. And then of course, you know, once you have your texture, you can position these and let them cure. Okay, so that is the large one. Let's try the small one just to see how different it really is. Okay, small and small, running the same direction. This should make another screw-like texture, but smaller. And yeah, this looks really good. Excellent for industrial cabling. One thing I did not try, apparently you can run these at 45 degrees. So I'm gonna keep with trying the big one just because I think it shows up on camera the best and it's a little bit easier to demonstrate. So if we take this, it's at 45 degrees, and I'm gonna take this one and I think also put it at 45 degrees. You can't put the clip on both sides when you do this. You have to just put it on one, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this right here. Let's try. Although I don't know if there's a wrong way to do this. I think any combination creates interesting textures. So this made more of a twisted kind of corkscrew shape. It didn't turn out too well. I don't think I got the technique quite right. I'm gonna try it again. This time I'm gonna press a little bit harder and see if I can get a more defined texture from it. Oops. My green stuff's getting pretty sticky. That didn't really work. I'm gonna put some water. By water, I mean spit. See if it stops it from sticking a little bit. Yeah, moves a little bit freer with some spit on there. And I think that one worked out quite a bit better. That orientation is a little bit more difficult to do, and I think requires a little bit more practice than some of the other ones. So now what I'd like to try is using two different sizes. So I'm going to use the large one on the bottom, we'll say medium one on top, running the same direction. Oh, that's really interesting. This makes a much more organic shape. This is so far the one that I think would work best for worms or guts or entrails. I really like that. Twist that up a bit so it cures in a cool shape. The two different sizes, but at opposite orientations. So large size going vertically, medium one going horizontally. And I'm gonna put this other guide back on because I found it actually harder to do it without it because I'm not used to these yet. So again, makes this kind of interesting texture with these little square sort of spikes. This would be really good for alien vegetation and bizarre vines. What I haven't tried doing yet is running them both horizontally. And again, I'm going to do it large and large together because it kind of shows up the best. Both horizontally. What does this do? That didn't work too well. Let's try it again. Not very even because I think this one requires a little bit more technique to do properly, but it gives it this almost kind of looks like a pumpkin stem sort of look to it. Again, probably good for vegetation. So that's just a handful of combinations. I mean, you could do so many different combinations of these with the different orientations and combinations of sizes. And I probably only briefly touched on the main ones. This is my first time using the product. I think it's really easy to use. A couple of the orientations are a little bit more difficult and would, require some practice, but some of them worked really easy, right out of the package. I'm a fan. I like it. I'm gonna use these again. I'm gonna play with them a bit more, and then I'm gonna start making some weird stuff out of them, like, you know, weird vines, tentacles, good for spell markers. For some D&D spells use tentacles. Gonna be great for doing custom minis, and what I would like to use these for is entrails coming out of a weird, bizarre monster, all sorts of cool stuff. Also, what's cool is that they have an extra large version that I didn't even try out yet because I wanted to try the basic one. It's the same thing, just bigger, so you could make much larger tentacles. I don't really want to try that with green stuff. I don't want to waste that much green stuff. When my oven's back working again, try it with some polymer clay, or some oven baked clay, I guess. And I think it'd be really awesome. If you like these, you think they would be handy if you do mini sculpting, these are pretty phenomenal, actually. I mean, they're kind of a one-trick pony. They make tentacles out of clay. Not everyone has a need for those, but it sure is nifty, and it does something that you cannot do by hand like other ways. There's no way, I don't think, that you could sculpt these easily without this sort of tool. Again, there will be a link in the video description to these products where you can pick them up if you like it. I'll put a promo code in there for my viewers that Green Stuff World has provided, so you can get a discount on your order. Let me know what you think. Do you already have these? Are they an important part of your crafting arsenal? If they are, let me know. Do you have them? Do you find that it was a wasted purchase because you don't use them very much? Curious to know your thoughts. Like I said, this isn't an in-depth review. This is a first impression tryout, and for first impression, I'm pretty happy with it. So let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Drop me a comment and all that other good stuff. I will see you again on Friday. Cheers, guys.